bell, baby. Earlier this week, my good friend Dwight over at Curly Express was talking about wishing he could make his own decals, and since I've been doing it a little while on my own layout, I figured this week I'd make a video on how I do it. It's a pretty simple process. Those are the tools right there that you'll need. And the first part is probably the longest, most time-consuming part for me, and that's creating what you want your design to be. Usually it's helpful if you have some kind of design software. I use something called Design Space. It's made by the people who do Cricut, mainly because I've used it in the past to do t-shirts, coffee mugs, and such. I'm familiar with it. It's pretty easy to work around. Right now I just don't have a whole lot of time to learn a new software setup. So right now what I want to make is a sign for an O-scale pub that I have. My husband and I have known the name of the pub forever, but it's never had a sign, and it's about time it does. So the pub is going to be called Irv's Dunham Inn, which is the name of a place that actually used to exist in South Bend, Indiana. And it's very appropriate for something O-scale that we worked on a couple of years ago that we still have, and I'll soon be revealing that here on the channel. Give me time, but just kind of putting together something every time that I come up with a design, because, you know, I'm kind of clumsy. I tend to make multiple copies and multiple sizes as well, just in case my sizing is off. So once I've saved my work, it's time to send it to the printer. And after that, everything gets easier. I'm also going to throw in a couple of other things just so I can use up more of the paper. So here's the paper that I'm going to use this time. It's actually one I've never used before, but the reviews on Amazon were pretty spectacular, that it was more vibrant than other papers and that it worked better. So here are the instructions on the back. We're going to follow those exactly to the T. It's pretty clear cut. And once they come off the printer, I'm pretty happy with the results. The colors are nice and vibrant. I don't know that they're more vibrant than what I usually get on my other paper, but I'm happy with it. So we're going to move on to the next step. So next we're going to spray a few layers of matte clear coat to cover the design. I typically use Mod Podge matte spray. I get pretty decent results with it. So we're going to spray one coat. It's usually a pretty generous coat, but once we spray it, then we're going to give it a minute to dry. So after we've done 2 or 3 coats of the clear coat, then we're going to give it a few minutes to fully dry, let everything set and cure. Then we're going to go to the really fun part. We're going to cut out the decals, and then we're going to put them on. And then after that, everything should be pretty much easy peasy and done. So we're going to soak the decal in water and get our setting solutions together. Microset, Microsol, they work pretty well. And here's where I started running into trouble. This decal was way too delicate. It kept falling apart every time I tried to work with it. Okay, so I'm really not a fan of this decal paper. It just, no matter what I did, it didn't work. Everything is kind of smudgy, the color's coming off, so we're going to go back to my usual paper and we're going to try all this again. I'm not going to make you go through the whole process, but I really have to determine, is it me or is it the paper? So we're doing everything over just like we did with the previous one and soaking. Here's the fun part. I'm preparing my surface, and when I pull this particular decal paper out of the water, just look how easily it separates from the paper backing. This stuff's wonderful. I'm just gonna stick with it. I don't know why I ever doubted it. So now that the decal is on the surface, I usually smooth it, get any air bubbles out, and then I apply the setting solution, micro sol, and it basically softens the decal, helps it to adhere to the surface a lot better. Now from a distance, you can't really tell much difference between the two, but up close it's a lot more obvious. The one on the top, that was the new paper that I tried to experiment with, and the bottom one is my usual paper. So I didn't really intend for this to end up being a product review, but it kind of was. So I highly recommend this one. It's on Amazon. It's very reasonably priced, and it's never failed me. So thank you all so much for watching. Please feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, if you've had really good experience with a different paper. And then like and subscribe. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. Good girl.